How do we feed the world? How do we feed the world in the face of climate change, which is threatening climatic extremes that will cause havoc with crop production? How do we feed the world with increasing global population that is expecting to rise 38% in the next 34 years? Crop production must not merely be sustained, it must be increased. I study common bean, which is an important agronomical crop worldwide, but it is vital to the nutrition of people in poor and developed countries. Unfortunately, common bean has little tolerance to environmental stresses. Yields are already being reduced below their maximum in areas and by stresses where mechanical tools are not able to mitigate these stresses. We must find a novel genetic trait in the plant itself to improve productivity and to decrease losses in those areas with low input or high environmental strain. But how do we do this? Global modern agriculture has decreased the genetic basis of many agronomic crops, and to breed for a trait, we must have the genes there to select for. So we must increase diversity in our populations. My strategy is to use wild relatives. Common bean has a wild relative called tepary bean, which grows in the desert areas. So it is used to high fluctuation in temperature and water limitation. So I asked the question, can we use common bean or tepary bean to increase tolerance of common bean to these environmental stresses? On your left side of the screen is a drought trial with tepary bean on the top and common bean on the bottom. And you can see the common bean is very stressed due to this drought. On your right side of the slide is a frost trial with the hybrid between tepary bean and common bean at the top surviving the stress, and the 3 bean plants at the bottom are going to succumb to their injuries. So yes, although crossing these 2 species is difficult, we can use tepary bean as a donor of abiotic stress-resistant genes in the common bean population. So how do we feed the world? We need to grow plants at their maximum potential, and to do so, we need to increase diversity in population. Using wild relatives like tepary bean can help us achieve this goal. Thank you.